Hey y'all, this is your girl Sonia, and welcome back to She Say Sports. Today I have with me UCLA Hall of Famer and Olympian, Annett Davis. Hey Annett, how are you today?
I am doing great. Thanks for having me.
So tell the listeners just a little bit about yourself.
I'm a California native and love it, love the sunshine.
Yeah.
Been married 24 years. I think this is 24
Wow.
for us, so it's been a while. Goes fast. And to my college sweetheart. And like
Hi,
I
Byron.
said, yeah. We have the two kids, and I started, coaching recently, so that's a change for me. But still in the field that I love, which is volleyball.
Right, that's great. Now, you come from a family of professional athletes. For one, your dad, Cleveland Buckner, and we affectionately called him Uncle Buck. He played for the New York Knicks, and was in the games that Wilt Chamberlain famously scored 100 points. How cool was that? Did he talk about that when y'all were growing up, or how was?
He didn't talk about it too much. I think I would hear more from my mom than I did from my dad. And I
Okay.
think probably because I'm a lot like my dad, and I don't really talk about me and my sport too much around my kids.
Right, okay.
But that about that particular game, though, all I heard him say was the basket was big for everyone that night, not just Will. So I guess he normally scored maybe about 11, 12 points, something like that. But I think he scored like 36 points himself that night. So my mom jokingly says nobody was playing defense, obviously.
Apparently not. That is so dope to know someone who actually saw being made. That's pretty cool. And your husband Byron, he was a former USA national team swimmer, and he's a head swim coach at TMU as well. So your kids have it in the DNA. I mean, do they play sports?
Yeah, our son, he was a track and field athlete, sprinter, hurdler, long jumper, and unfortunately, though, the school, the program he chose to go in college doesn't allow for sports. He's just too busy; he can't. But he was awesome. He was did very well in our state, and then our daughter, she is also a hurdler. She's a high jumper. She was like third in the nation, I think, last year.
Wow.
And she plays volleyball.
Oh, that is great.
I'm expecting her to play in college. We'll see.
That is awesome.
That's my hope. A great hope.
Right, and they have those long legs too, so they got it honest. That's for sure. Now, as you mentioned earlier, you're a Cali implant. You grew up going to the beach. When did you become interested in playing volleyball?
Volleyball or beach volleyball?
Well, beach volleyball, yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked because I did both.
Okay.
And I played through college, that was indoor volleyball. And then after college is when I switched to the beach. And which is funny because I hate sand and I hate rain because we play in the rain. I hate being in the hot sun. So for me, a perfect beach volleyball day is like 75 degrees overcast.
That is nice.
So I joke and say, like, God had, like, he was like making a joke when he decided that I was going to be a beach volleyball player because it's a lot of things that I don't like. But it was just so challenging, I think, that's why I made the switch, because I had done almost everything I could do on the indoor side, and so I was ready for a different challenge.
Gotcha. I got you. And so you started earlier on then, as a little girl. You started playing, what, junior high or high school? How that?
I started in 7th grade playing indoor volleyball.
Okay.
And that was a long time through college, and then I played a year in Greece professionally, and then a little tiny bit, dabble with the national team to see if I wanted to go that route. and then I decided I didn't, and that's when I switched to the beach. So I was like 20-something when I switched.
Gotcha. And, you didn't leave home and decided to play for UCLA Bruins. There you started 4 seasons, earning All-League and All-American honors. You were awarded the Pac-10's 1991 Freshman of the Year. You helped lead the Bruins to a national title that season and the Conference Player of the Year 3 seasons. You definitely left your mark at UCLA. And you were inducted to the UCLA Hall of Fame in 2015. Did you ever think you would be a Hall of Famer when you started playing volleyball, 7th grade? Was that even on your mind?
No. I still don't believe it.
That's
and
amazing.
I look at it and I'm like, why me? But we have some really great athletes, that have obviously come through UCLA.
Right.
But I'm definitely humbled by that and thankful for it. And I keep thinking I could have done better. But whatever. They voted for me, and I'm happy. It's
right. You were amazing. You were amazing. I saw it. So no, you deserved it. It's a beautiful thing, and I was just like, wow. Just reading when I was getting ready for this interview, even though I knew most of it, but just reading it, seeing it in print, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was just like he was like balling, in a different way. I always use that for basketball, but you were really amazing. It was great to see. After college, you decided to play volleyball professional. When did it become apparent to you that this could be an actual career for you?
I don't think, okay. So I played, like you said,
I know you went to Greece. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I didn't go straight into doubles. I went into 4-on-4. We had a 4-on-4 tour that was professional. And it was sort of like the WNBA or the NBA where they have a draft.
Okay.
And so I didn't know if I was going to be picked or good enough because I never played on the beach for all the reasons I listed. Right. But I think once I was like the number 1 draft, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe they have confidence that I could do this.
Right.
And then just being, playing week after week, and then starting to make money. Then I was like, okay,
I can do this.
I think I like this. And I think that's when I really thought, like, okay, I could, and I was still in my prime, of course, that I could do this as a career. That only lasted a few years, and then I switched to doubles when I started playing with my best friend, Jenny. And we were horrible when we first started, of course. So then it went back to, I'm not so sure. until we started winning, and then, and got into our stride. And then I thought, okay, I could do this for years.
Right.
Yeah.
That is dope. How cool was it to be able to go to work in a bikini and get paid for something that you love to do? How cool was that?
Okay. Well, it was cool to go to work, looking, at the beach. You'd be able to see the dolphins would come over when we're training and at practice. So that part's cool. Hanging out with your best friend and a lot of your really good friends, day after day. That's fun. The bikini part, that wasn't my favorite. But it was definitely, definitely good times. I always say, like, we have the best office, which definitely have to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of office, like, I have to wear a uniform in my office. However, it's not fun, and I definitely wouldn't want to wear a bikini right now after this quarantine. So I'm good on the uniform that I have. But that's great. And you mentioned Jenny. Now she was your volleyball teammate and partner professionally for many years. Jenny Johnson Jordan, for the listeners. How did you decide? You kind of answered my question. I was going to ask you, how did you two decide to become partners and play professionally that was your best friend. Did you? I mean, was that part of the reason, or was it the chemistry you guys had playing at UCLA? How did you guys come about with that?
Yeah, we definitely built a chemistry and became best friends at UCLA, and then we actually both played four person as well on
Okay.
opposite teams. But she was actually the one to ask me if I wanted to play doubles with her.
Okay.
And so, at that time, our league was questionable whether it was going to continue the 4-on-4. And the Olympics were coming up in 3 years. And so I was like, sure. We know each other so well. It was it was a no-brainer. And people told us not to play together because we had never played doubles. We were both rookies. And it's usually smart to play with someone who knows what they're doing when you're trying to, make it to the Olympics.
Right.
But it was, we're really good friends, and we did complement each other on the court very well, and both super athletic. So for us, we were like, no, it's no one better to play with than each other.
I love it. That is awesome. And I'm glad you didn't listen. And I guess you guys were playing with the pro. It was God. So he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned 4-on-4 was different from the 2-on-2. How expensive was your training sessions? Because you said y'all sucked at first. So how expensive were your training sessions?
Yeah, we trained probably 2.5, 3 hours a day when we trained, and what made us good fast was we were blessed to be able to play with some of the top practice against some of the top teams in the pro tour. So, again, that was a God thing because people don't just let you play with them,
right.
Especially if they're really good and you don't know how to play. So we had a good coach who was training she was training a lot of the top teams, and then we just got our butt kicked every day until we started figuring it out, what they were doing, and then started implementing those things into our game, and then that's how we, I think, got good fast.
So you ladies did get good fast because you and Jenny went on to win 4 titles on 3 different tours and made history by becoming the first African-American team to make the Olympic Games in the sport of beach volleyball, with the second highest ranking worldwide, placed 5th in the Sydney Games 2000. Bravo. That was amazing. So after the Olympics, you and Jenny took almost 2 years off to have children. Was that planned by both of you, or did it just happen?
It was perfect timing. And,
okay.
We definitely believe in God's plan. For us, it was, we had been training, and it was just time. We were both married. We got both married within several months apart. So it was just that time of life, I think, for us.
Right.
And also, it was a good time. Like, if we wanted to go for the Olympics again, then we'd have time to get back in shape, get back in bikini shape, and train more for the next go-round. So it worked out that we both had, got pregnant within several months apart, and which is cool because both sets of our kids are actually born. Their birth dates are kind of flip-flop within a few months apart.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It wasn't like we went out and like, you gonna try to get pregnant? I am.
Yeah, it's
no.
Wow, that is so cool.
We just kind of had this. We just have always had the same kind of pattern to go with our life. Both of our husbands were in ministry, and both of our dads athletic. Her dad was a gold medalist, and so it's kind of like cool how plan kind of worked out together.
Right, that is amazing. You ladies came back in 2002 and went from not ranking to being ranked in the U.S. on the AVP tour. Now, you mentioned about getting bikini ready. Was it hard getting back in shape after not playing for 2 years and having kids, or were you still kind of working out a little?
I worked out the entire pregnancy, but I can't say that really, helped me keep weight off. But it was hard. I mean, I definitely a bikini being your uniform is a great motivator.
Yeah.
So, so I worked extra hard to clean up my diet, clean up, and then just work. I mean, just a beach workout alone is the best workout in the world. I think full body workout to play beach volleyball. Just doing that several hours a day, weight drops off. So,
Yes.
I think that still wasn't crazy hard. Um, it's going to happen anyway, just from working out
Right.
and eating. So.
Yeah, that's true. Now, you then made the Olympic team as an alternate. You and Jenny became the U.S. team with most career tournaments played together, and in Huntington Beach played there 100% together. Only one team in the world had accomplished that. That's quite a feat, Annett. I mean, girl, I didn't know any. I was like, wow. I was reading this. I'm proud of you guys. Congratulations on your career and making history. That was amazing. I'm not trying to sound like a fan, but it was just reading it. I was like, whoa. I was very impressed. I mean, I knew you guys were doing great things, but I didn't know all of that. Again, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She made it easy because she's so much fun to be around, and like I said, I couldn't have asked for a better partner to experience life with, not just the game. So it was easy with her.
That's great, and it is good to have a best friend who, y'all can, because I used to crack up when y'all were playing in Sydney, and you all would like kind of laugh. I was like, you can tell that y'all were friends. It was cute. So yeah, that's a really good thing to have a good friend. Now moving on to present day. Annett, you have been the assistant coach with TMU's indoor women's team the last 2 years, helping the Mustangs win their first ever GSAC regular season and tournament titles in 18. Coach Alan Vince, he resigned as both TMU's women and men's indoor coach in order to move with his family to, is that Latvia?
Latvia.
Okay, thank you. And you were named head coach of the women's indoor team. Congratulations again. You're also in your second year as head coach for the beach volleyball team. Now, you talked about your love for volleyball on the beach, but besides one being outdoor and the other indoor, is there any difference in your coaching style for both?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, no, that's a tough question. I don't think my coaching style changes.
Okay.
I just know that just the vibe is just different. Like we're on the beach practice, we have music playing the whole time. It's a little more. It feels more relaxed.
Okay.
But I'm still, still me. I'm still tough on them. We're still all about discipline. Being where our feet are and just concentrating, getting the work done. Either place is going to be like that. I think they haven't experienced me, like a lot of the indoor girls, as a head coach yet.
Okay.
So some of them who crossed over to the beach, they have. So it'll be a new experience for a lot of these girls. Because, being an assistant coach is just different. It's not my rules. It's not my culture. It's not exactly how I would do things necessarily. So now it's kind of, okay, I was a little more reserved, out of respect for the head coach, and I'm following what he wants to do. And he was awesome, by the way. Loved him, everything he did. But now it's just, okay, a different coach in that is about to come forward for them that they haven't seen or heard yet.
Get ready, ladies. Get ready.
Yeah.
But what's amazing to me, how God got you prepared for both, because when you were saying earlier, you don't like sand, you don't like the heat, and when you started playing and you ended playing professionally beach volleyball, now you're a head coach for them, and then what you truly enjoyed first of all was the indoor volleyball. So now you're doing both. That's amazing. That's really cool. I like what Vince said about you. He said you were well prepared for the job, and I love when he said Annett has been integral part of disciplining young athletes, and I have full assurance that with her special skill set and love for Jesus Christ, she will continue to fly the banner proudly. How does your relationship with Christ play a role in you as a head coach?
It is everything. I mean, it's so important, and my relationship with Christ, and I think that's part of my job at the school. Thankfully, I am at a Christian school, so I can openly, freely discuss things with these girls. And if we do have any issues, it could go back to what does the gospel say? What does the Bible say about that thing? It's not just coaching that.
Right.
We're not practicing humility right now. Oh, let's look at this.
Right.
That kind of thing. So it's great. I find that I've been finding since last year was my first year as head coach of the beach team that, and like I said, I'm doing more than I was as an assistant. I find that, yes, I'm a coach on the court, but there's so much more after we're off the court that I'm dealing with and teaching them, simple life lessons. A lot of times I'm amazed at, the things that I get to implement or get to teach them or show them or illuminate to them. So that's actually what I'm loving even more, almost. Than the court time is the off the time connection and the relationship, because that's what discipleship is all about. So I feel like being this coach, I get to actually disciple them in a special way, and all that is pointed to him, pointed to Christ.
Love it. I love it. 'Cause, we know only what we do for Christ will last. So
yeah,
that's important that you're pouring into them not only the skills to be a great athlete, but also the skills to be a great believer in Christ and a leader off sand or court. How do you say it? I don't know.
The sand for okay. And the court for indoor. Perfect.
I love it. Annett, thank you so much for joining me today. I have truly enjoyed talking with you. Please let the listeners know how they can contact you via social media. If you have like a page, not your personal page, of course. You do have one.
We have I think it's CMU Beach Volleyball. I think that's our Instagram. Obviously, you see, I don't know. I do go to. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something like that. You look up CMU, which is the Masters University. That's what CMU stands for. So CMU Beach Volleyball, you'll be able to find out stuff about us, or our website is gomustangs.com. So that's a couple of ways.
Okay, great. And you can reach me on Facebook, She Sports, Instagram, She Sports 23. Please follow, share interviews that I do, and I have interviews that are out every Friday. So thank you so much, and that's all I have for my show today. This is Sonya with She Sports, and I'll see you on the radio.